Yes, good morning to all of you. Myself, Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer, Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. So, dear students, today we are going to discuss the electromagnetic spectrum and application of each band. Right. So, before moving to that particular part in detail, first of all, we must know what exactly we mean by the spectrum. Right. Now, while talking about this particular concept, if we plot a diagram on axis, so on x axis, suppose whatever the parameter I am taking, it is time, and on y axis, if I am taking the parameter amplitude, so whatever the nature of graph, it is called as signal. So, signal is nothing but plot with time on x axis and amplitude on y axis. Now, if I changed it and if I am taking on x axis as frequency and on y axis the amplitude, then whatever the graph or the plot we observed here, it is called as spectrum. So, spectrum, it is nothing but plot of frequency versus amplitude, right. Now, electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but a frequency distribution of electromagnetic wave, right. So, the time domain graph, it is called as the signal, and frequency domain, it is called as the spectrum. Now, in this particular theory, or in this particular theory session lecture, we are going to discuss what exactly we mean by the electromagnetic spectrum and what are the different components of electromagnetic spectrum regarding the frequency. Now, the spectrum word itself get us that through this particular spectrum we can get the total information about the frequencies. So, the frequency distribution of the electromagnetic spectrum we can get with the help of this electromagnetic spectrum discussion, right. Now, when we transmit a signal, suppose I am using a wireless communication, so definitely in wireless communication there should be one transmitter, there should be one receiver. So, if I am doing the communication with the help of wireless mode, so there is no any physical structure present between the transmitter and receiver. So, whatever the material present over here, it is nothing but the free space, right. So, through free space, through wireless mode, the signals are transmitted from transmitter to the receiver. Now, basically the signal from transmitter, it is given to the transmitting antenna, and transmitting antenna radiates the electromagnetic energy towards the receiver. So, as this particular transmitting antenna, it is directional one, and we discussed antenna in our previous lectures in detail. So, whatever the energy transmitted from transmitting antenna, it will be collected by this particular receiving antenna, and receiving antenna gives that particular electromagnetic energy to the receiver, and the further reception operation, it is done, right. Now, this particular RF field transmitted by the transmitting antenna, it is known as electromagnetic wave, right. So, electromagnetic wave, it is nothing but combination of electric field as well as the magnetic field. In our previous lecture we discussed that in free space, or the communication between transmitter and receiver through the free space wireless type, whatever the nature of the wave, it is TEM wave, right. So, the full form of TEM, it is nothing but the transverse electromagnetic wave. So, we discussed in detail in our previous lecture what exactly we mean by the transverse electromagnetic wave. I will repeat once again the statement. Transverse electromagnetic waves are nothing but the waves in which both electric field and the magnetic field are perpendicular to the each other, as well as they are perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation, right? So because of this particular transverse nature of EM fields, it is called as the transverse electromagnetic waves. Now the electromagnetic waves, as I already said, that both electric and magnetic fields, and these electromagnetic waves can travel a long distance through the free space. Now the electromagnetic signals are also called as the radio frequency waves, right? Now the EM waves oscillates and some frequencies are generated. So we already discussed the concept of the frequency and wavelength. So number of oscillations within a particular given time. Suppose if I have given a time of 1 second, so number of oscillation within 1 second represents the frequency of the signal. If the oscillations are more, we can say that frequency is more. If the oscillations are less, we can say that frequency is less. So depending on the nature of the signal, how much oscillations are taking place within that particular electromagnetic signal, that oscillation is nothing but the frequency of that particular EM wave. So the frequency of EM wave can be very low or it can be very high. So depending on this particular range of frequencies, we can label it as a low frequency, high frequency, medium range of frequency. So if the frequency is low, we say that the electromagnetic wave, it is of low frequency. If the frequency range of electromagnetic wave, it is very much high, we can say that the electromagnetic wave, it is of very high frequency. Similarly is the case for the medium wave frequency. So depending on the frequency of the electromagnetic signal, the EM wave frequency itself, it is decided, and depending on that particular the communication quality, it is also defined. Now the electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but representation of different band of frequencies. So definitely I will show you how this particular spectrum looks. So this is particular electromagnetic spectrum. It is also called as the EM spectrum. So here you are observing, dear students, frequency on x-axis and whatever the amplitude on y-axis. In our previous lecture we discussed that frequency and wavelengths are inversely proportional to each other. So if frequency is increasing, wavelength is decreasing. Similarly, if frequency is decreasing, wavelength is increasing. So because of the inverse proportionality, if I am saying that frequency is increasing in this particular direction, what we found is that wavelength is decreasing in this direction. So here 10 raised to 7, 10 raised to 6, 10 raised to 5, 4, 3. So wavelength goes on decreasing. So as we increase frequency 30 Hz, 300 Hz, 3 kilohertz, 30 kilohertz, as we are going increasing the frequency, the wavelength gets reduced to 1. Or vice versa, what we say that if the wavelength is goes on increasing, frequency gets reducing, right? So this is the electromagnetic spectrum. Now dear students, here you are observing a band. So ELF band, VF band, VLF band, LF band, MF band, HF band, VHF band, UHF band, SHF band, EHF band. These are nothing but the bands of electromagnetic spectrum. Now what exactly we mean by the band? This particular band has one upper frequency and one lower frequency. Suppose if I am taking the example of ELF band. Now the full form of ELF band, it is extremely low frequency band. Now this particular extremely low frequency band starts from 30 Hz and it will end at 300 Hz. So the range of frequencies for ELF band, it is 30 Hz to 300 Hz, right? Now if we know the frequency, we can easily calculate the wavelength of the signal. So that's why if 30 Hz is the frequency, this particular wavelength what we obtained, it is 10 raised to 7 meters over here. So how it comes? Let us have some look over this frequency and wavelength concept. So as all of we know that, suppose we say that wavelength is inversely proportional to frequency or frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength. Now I know the value of frequency. So for ELF band, the starting frequency, suppose f is equal to, it is 30 hertz. Now for 30 hertz I want to calculate the wavelength. So wavelength becomes lambda is equal to, c is nothing but velocity of light having value 3 into 10 raised to 8 meters per second, and now the frequency I am having, it is 30 hertz, right? So it becomes 30. Similarly, if I do the calculations, what I found it is that it is 3 gets cancelled. So here 10 raised to 8 divided by 10, right? So it becomes 10. So 3 tens are 30. So 10 raised to 8 divided by 10. 10 means 10 raised to 1. Now whatever the denominator value goes in numerator side, it becomes 10 raised to 8 into 10 raised to, now 1 becomes minus 1 when it goes in numerator. So 8 minus 1, the total value, it becomes 10 raised to 7 meters. And the same thing we are observing here. So 30 hertz having wavelength 10 raised to 7 meters. Similarly, for the next band, if the frequency is 300 hertz, so here where we can end this particular band, ELF band, upper frequency it is 300 hertz. So for this also particular value we can calculate the wavelength. So just a minute. So if frequency is now becomes 300 hertz, because we are treating it as a upper frequency, so lambda is equal to once again c by f. So c is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meters per second divided by 300. So 300 hertz, because you have having value 300. So if we cancel it, it becomes 100. So it becomes 10 raised to 8. Now 100 is nothing but 10 square, right? Now whatever the denominator value goes in the upper side, it becomes 10 raised to 8 into 10 raised to minus 2. So it becomes 10 raised to 6 meters. So if the frequency is 300 hertz, then wavelength becomes 10 raised to 6 meters, right? Same thing we are observing here. So for 300 hertz, the wavelength becomes 10 raised to 6 meters. Now the next band, it is nothing but the VF band. It is a full form of VF band. It is voice frequency band. Its range from 300 hertz to 3 kilohertz. So 3000 hertz itself indicates 3 kilohertz. Now the next band, it is nothing but VLF band, that is very low frequency, 3 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz. Then next band, it is low frequency band having frequency range 30 kilohertz to 300 kilohertz. Then next band, it is MF band having frequency range 300 kilohertz to 3000 kilohertz. 3000 kilohertz itself indicates 3 megahertz, 10 raised to 6, 3 into 10 raised to 6, right? Now the next band, that is called as the HF band, high frequency band, 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. Then next band, VHF band, very high frequency band having range, lower frequency 30 megahertz and upper side frequency 300 megahertz. Then we are having UHF band, that is ultra high frequency band, which is having frequency range 300 megahertz to 3000 megahertz. 3000 megahertz means 3 gigahertz, right? Then we are having SHF band, that is called as the super high frequency band. This particular band having start frequency 3 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz. Then we are having EHF band, that is called as the extremely high frequency band having frequency range 30 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz. So for each and every frequency we have calculated the wavelength in the similar manner as calculated for this f equal to 30 hertz and f is equal to 300 hertz. In the similar way, we can able to calculate the wavelength of each and every frequency on this particular electromagnetic spectrum. Now the band from 30 hertz to 300 kilohertz, so ELF, VF, VLF and LF all comes under the category of low frequencies. So these frequencies are always labeled as the low frequencies. Now after 3 kilohertz up to the 300 megahertz, the frequencies are labeled as medium frequencies. So this is nothing but the medium frequency range. And from 300 megahertz to the 3 gigahertz, we can say that all the frequencies comes under the category of higher frequency range. So low frequency range 30 hertz to 300 kilohertz, medium frequency range 300 kilohertz to 300 megahertz, higher frequency range 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz, right? Now after that we are having some millimeter waves. Why it is called as millimeter? So if we observe here, if the frequency is 300 gigahertz, then for that particular the wavelength is 10 raised to minus 3 meters. So 10 raised to minus 3, it is nothing but the milli, right? So it is abbreviation suffix for the milli. So millimeter wave starts over here, and that are applicable for 10 raised to minus 3 meter to the 10 raised to minus 4 meter of wavelength. Then after that we are having some infrared band over here. So 10 raised to minus 6 to 0.7 into 10 raised to minus 6 meters we are having infrared. Then visible light itself is nothing but the light which we can see by our eyes. Many times some light or electromagnetic spectrum we can't see. So this particular frequency ELF, EF, VLF, LF, this electromagnetic energy, it is invisible energy. We can't see this particular energy. But some electromagnetic energy we can easily see by our eyes, and these are nothing but the visible light spectrum. Now after visible light, the X-rays, gamma rays, cosmic rays are present over there. So this is all about the electromagnetic spectrum, right? Now here we will see the table related with the range of frequencies and the range of wavelength of that particular spectrum. So on spectrum, the first band, it is nothing but ELF band, extremely low frequency band. So having range 30 to 300 hertz, wavelength range it is 10 raised to 6 to 10 raised to 6 meters, 10 raised to 7 to 10 raised to 6 meters. Then voice frequency band 300 to 3000 hertz, frequency range 10 raised to 6 to 10 raised to 5 meters. Then very low frequency band having range 3 to 30 kilohertz with frequency 10 raised to 5 to 10 raised to 4 meters. Then we are having a low frequency band, that is 30 to 300 kilohertz. At that time wavelength is 10 raised to 4 to 10 raised to 3 meters. Then we are having a medium frequency band with frequency range 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz, having wavelength range 10 into 10 raised to 3 to 10 square meters. Then high frequency band we are having frequency range 3 to 30 megahertz with wavelength 10 square to 10 meters. Then we are having VHF band 30 to 300 megahertz with wavelength 10 to 10 raised to 0. So 10 raised to 0 itself, it is nothing but 1. So 10 to 1 meters. Then ultra high frequency band 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz with wavelength range 1 to 10 raised to minus 1 meters. Then super high frequency band with frequency range 3 to 30 gigahertz and wavelength range 10 raised to minus 1 to 10 raised to minus 2 meters. Then we are having extremely high frequency band with frequency range 30 to 300 gigahertz and wavelength 10 raised to minus 2 to 10 raised to minus 3 meters where the millimeter wave starts. Then infrared, it is having frequency range 30 to 430 terahertz with wavelength 0.7 to 10 micrometers. And last, it is nothing but visible light having the frequency 375 to 750 terahertz and with the wavelength 0.4 micrometer to 0.8 micrometers. Now if we know this particular range of frequencies, let us have look over some applications of this band. So you are observing a table with radio frequency electromagnetic spectrum and their applications. So for the first band ELF, it is used in power transmission. The voice frequencies are used in audio applications. So these are nothing but the different applications. Then very low frequencies are used in submarine communication, navy, military communication. Low frequencies are used in aeronautical and marine navigation, and this frequency act as a subcarrier. Then medium frequencies are used in AM radio broadcast, marine and aeronautical communication. High frequencies are used in shortwave transmission, amateur radio and CB communications. Then VHF frequencies are used in television broadcasting as well as the FM broadcasting. Then ultra high frequencies are used in UHF TV channels, cellular phones, military applications, and the 3 gigahertz to 30 gigahertz SHF band are used in satellite communication and radar system, as well as UHF is also used in satellite and some specialized radar system. So this is all about the different applications of radio system. So thank you very much.